excluding men at all. But I'm just talking about the majority. The youth and the women are the majority in this country. So, if we want to win, if we want to be a winning country, we must put all the players on the field. For a long time, we've not been putting all the players in the field. So, we must put all the players in the field, the women and the young people.
Yes.
The young people must also be in the executive. The ANC policy has always intergenerational. Different generations.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you, Minister. Thank you, Minister.
Because we are here, we learned from those who were ahead of us.
Yes. Yes, Francis.
So that's why there must always be a mixture of generations. But we also want the 50-50. Yes. The women must benefit from the jobs.
Yes.
They must be in all areas of human development. They need to be in everything.
Yes.
OR, quote OR most of the time because you have him there. OR once said, there is no country that can boast of being free if its women are not free. As long as women are afraid in this country, as long as women are abused in this country, as long as women are killed, South Africa is not free.
Not free. Yes.
We are not free.
Yes. Yes.
As long as women, when they go to the bank, the financial sector, that's one thing, no problem. That must be transformed in this country, the financial sector.
Yes.
The financial sector is dominated by a few banks. You know, if we take, let's look at China. You know, China was poorer than Malawi in the 60s.
Yes.
But today is the second largest economy. They have thousands of banks, local banks, municipal banks, construction banks. They diversify the financial sector so that people, when you want to be whatever you want to be, and you want to start a business, let me say, because this is a fishing area, if you want to start a fishing business, you must be able to have access to finances. But in this country, it's very difficult, especially if you are young or you are a woman or black, not white.
I agree.
So those are the reasons. When we talk about radically transforming the economy, it's those kind of things. The financial sector is the commanding height of the economy. If we don't transform the commanding height of the economy, we can't transform the economy. We can't transform the rest of the economy. So that's very important. Manufacturing is a very important aspect because now in Africa, in the whole continent, there is a free trade. It's a free trade area. very important for us. It's a free trade area. It means you can trade anywhere without having to pay customs duty. But what are we going to trade? We must then manufacture so that we can trade. If you don't manufacture, what do you trade? So manufacturing is very important. We must manufacture. But let me come back to just what can be done even if we don't have investments yet. Yes, there are investments, but what can we do? Let me make an example. Every day, government feeds school children, and we pay for that. So, why can't there be co-ops of women, young people to feed those? And government is the one that buys those services.
Yes.
Government buys services for uniforms, for instance, for the police, for the army, for correctional services. Why can't there be co-ops and government procures those services?
Yes.
So there are lots of things that we can do, even as government, just using the procurement. And that's why government says they must be set aside, but we must implement that and buy from local. Hospitals have got linen, they buy linen all the time. Why should we always buy linen from big companies when we can train our young people, our women, and they form companies and we procure from them, just from the money that the government has. But the other important part is local economic development. Because we look at the economy as though it's something that must happen up there, it must happen here. It must happen here. Every place must say, what do we have here? What is our comparative advantage? So, what economic activity can we start? And then us as government must then assist. Because if there is no local economic development, the municipalities won't function. They won't be able to give services. Because people won't even be able to pay for electricity.
Yes.
They won't even be able to pay for water.
Yes.
But if there is local economic activity, they will be able to do that. The municipality will flourish, the people will flourish. So local economic development is very, very important for every municipality, not just for the metros.
Yes.
Because sometimes we think, oh, it must only happen in the metros. So we are, and that way you can build a strong ANC. Because the ANC is the one that understands the plight of the people, the problems of the people. And you can see it here in Western Cape. The gap, the inequality is so glaring. It is so glaring. And unless we ensure that our economy is transformed, we ensure that our young people, women are skilled, and then there is local economic development. If we did those things, and people who want to start their businesses have access to finance, then life will change. and you begin to close that gap. So, comrades, we need a strong ANC. We need a leadership that understands. Mandela, because I see you wearing his t-shirt. I've observed since I came. You are wearing his t-shirt. And I want to say what he said during the first state of the nation. And that was in 1994. And I'm just trying to find that quote, but basically, what he was saying is that the government that he leads and the people that voted for him wanted to create a people-centered society. And that our policies, our strategies, our budgets must work towards building that people-centered society. And that people-centered society must push the frontiers of freedom and the frontiers of fulfillment and the frontiers of human rights. So, whatever we do, in the municipality, in the province, in the national sphere, and it's the acid test of whether what you are doing is correct is whether everything that you are doing is doing that, is making people more fulfilled. And I can stand here without fear of contradiction. That yes, we've done a lot. Yes, a lot has been achieved, but a lot more still needs to be done. A lot more still needs to be done. The foundation has been laid, but the house needs to be built. Now, let's come to December.
Yes.
We've had leadership. They've done well, they've laid the foundation. In my language, which is Zulu, there's a saying. Now I can't translate it well into English. It says, "Okweshula madoda kuyabikwa." Okweshula madoda kuyabikwa. Loosely translated, when men, things that have defeated men must be reported. You can't report it to the cat. You can't report it to the dog. You can't report it to the sheep. It means you must report it to you must report it to
Umama.
Yebo. So I asesikhathina amadoda. Sithike manje ake sithathwe imali. You see, the women, as we sit here, all of us, strong as we are,
Yes.
strong as we are, no one can stand here, can say they didn't lie across the woman's womb. educate a nation. Because the women, they will take the little they have and share it with their family. They are the last ones to eat if food is short. They are the last to eat if food is short. If women have money and men have money, they both give their family. But there is international research that shows something. That research shows that if men have resources, they give to them a good 30% of their resources. Right? Right? We appreciate that a lot. I don't know what they do with the other 70%. I won't venture to say. And then that research shows that if women have resources, they also give to their family. The men on average, some give a little more, a little less, but the men on average give 30%. But the women, guess what? On average, they give 70%. So, give the resources of the country to the women, they give them back. Because we do that all the time. We will all benefit. The men will benefit, the women will benefit, the children will benefit. Let's work together. Men, women, young women, young men, let's work together. Build this organization. Build this organization and build this country together. All generations, all sexes, not just one, all. So that's the message. But all of us are active. Because if we're not active, we lose out. I won't say what Nobala said to human money, all that. You say Kulumi. I won't repeat. But comrades, I'm serious. The ANC is our heritage. We must look after it, must strengthen it, must invest in it, so that we can use it to develop ourselves, to fight poverty. Poverty is rampant. To fight poverty, to fight unemployment, and to fight inequality. We need land at this. It was the 54th conference. We still need to implement that resolution. It's still outstanding. Because land is the very foundation of assets, foundation of wealth. Because there's nothing that you do that you don't do on land. Tell me one thing that is not done on land. One. Because even if you are going to fly to the moon, you start here. You start on land. Even if you are going to fly to the moon, when you go to the moon, land. That's why it's called landing. Because land on land. We stand on land. Was it? Business is done on land. Schools are built on land. Companies on land. Technology. Right. That resolution still needs implementation. I don't know. But maybe you say I must end. Okay. And if you have land, you won't go hungry. If you have land, you won't be poor. Because if you have got land, you have place to build your house, you have place to keep your so it's very important. Okay, let me wind down. Well, let me just say, maybe there's no change. But let me just say thank you very much for being here. We must transform our country. We must transform our economy so that all people can play in the not only the white people, not only the white men, black men, black women, everyone must be young people, must be able to be part of the economy. And this is possible. It just needs proper political management. And I'm not saying the ANC hasn't done anything, but I'm just talking now about the resolutions of conflicts that need to be implemented. The transformation of our economy. And also, as we mine, we must also beneficiate, process. Because when you process, you create jobs. But if you send things raw, it means the jobs are created when what you are exporting will be processed. So we can't afford to export jobs. We must create them here. Which means we must process and beneficiate here. When you send something raw, by the time you buy it, it's costing you 10 or even more times. So it means you are also exporting revenue. We can't afford that. So that's why it's important to beneficiate, to process what we do, so that we can create the jobs here. So, comrades, it's all in your hands. It's all in your hands. I'll tell you a story before I sit down. You know, in some of the rural areas, you know, people who foretell things. So some young people one day said, let's go and examine that sangoma and see whether he knows what he's talking about. And then they said, if he doesn't know, what do we do? And it was during those times of violence in KZN. And they said, now we're killing. Oh. Then they said, okay, what are we going to ask him? Then they said, no, let's take a little bird and put it in the sleeve and go and ask him what you are carrying. And the other one said, what if he says, yes, I'm carrying a bird? Then the other one said, no, I've got a plan for that. If we'll ask him if it's alive or dead. If he says it's dead, we take it out alive. If he says it's alive, we kill it, we take it out dead. Then they said, it's gone. So they went. So they asked him, and he was sweating and thinking, and he said, you are just carrying a little bird. And then they laughed at him. And then they said, is it alive or dead? Then he said, and thought. And then he said, don't come and ask me about the life of a bird which is in your head. The life of a bird is in your head. So I'm saying, the possibility of fighting poverty, unemployment, and inequality is in our hands in December. Let's get
our leader, and as you hear, where the men are defeated, who do they report to? It was said here once by Uma Ama, and she made it very clear when she said, "This not to offend the men." Yeah, but when the men have been defeated, who do they report to? And I think it's a question you must all reflect on, comrades. Both us and the entire young, old, and the big generation. We need to really address the issue of women emancipation. We are very close to our national conference, and this opportunity is really within our grasp. We need to understand that when there also comes the victory of saving the ANC as leading government of this country. No one can unite us better than Omar. It is the truth. Women are the social fiber of our being. We as people will not be able to reach such a long existence if it wasn't for Omar. I myself, I am a child of a single parent. I was raised by a single parent. I know women, I respect women, and I know their strength in society. Marsha! To further give note to what the ANC of this region has in place to ensure we are able to advance women in our region. Here's our candidate, Comrade Benedict.
Translate an Afrikaans praat. Amandla, comrades, I want to ask you for a moment of silence for Antariki. So can we have that silence for a minute? Can we stand? Thank you, comrades. Baie dankie. Beginnen die aankien se opkomst vandag. Ek het die baie om te sê van almal ken my. Almal ken my. Ek is Beverskap. Gebore in Lambertsbay. Ik wil net vandaag, ik heb die baie om te sê, vandaag wat ek net het noem, het is tyd vir ons om een te word in Lambertsbay. Ons moet ons dorp terugvat soos wat ons ontken. Ons moet sorg dat die ANC die 12de Oktober wen. Moet ons nog ander mense ook aanhou, want ons weet wat in ons dorp aangaan. Huise is verkeerd uitgedeel. Werkloosheid is hoog, en dis goed nie goed giving help the family. So, ek wil vir julle sê, ons kan hulp kry by die munisipaliteit. Maar ons moet vandag besluit, ons sal so steen opstaan. En ons sal gaan stem die 12de Oktober. Sekere mense se skulde is afgeskryf. A lady of 82 years
vir die compound. Daar so by route